science fiction, steampunk, fantasy, black comedy. Those are a lot of genres, but you put them all together, and you got me hooked. Hello, everyone. Terrence with Hollywood Already Did It. If you haven't already, go ahead, like, share, subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below, ring that bell. Anytime we have something, you will be among the first to know. Continuing the awards films, we're just cranking these bad boys out. I've seen a lot of movies in the last 48 hours. This one, however, I saw last week, but because of the holidays, I didn't get a chance to see it. I saw Poor Things with Emma Stone. Poor Things is from the director of The Favorite, called his name is Yorgos Lanthimos. And he's created a mishmash of genres that is a bit of an acting exercise for Emma Stone. She has to go from being practically an invalid baby in a grown person's body to becoming a confident, free-thinking, free-spirited, open-willed, and in charge of herself woman in Bella by the time this film ends. Without going into too much, that I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but this movie, Emma plays Bella Baxter, who is a woman who has been created out of a scientific exercise. We'll leave it at that. From her father slash owner slash creator, Dr. Baxter, played by Willem Dafoe. And he eventually takes on a award to help him sort of track and trace her evolution from becoming a baby in a grown person's body to becoming a full-fledged woman. And in that, she winds up being sort of rescued, absconded, loved upon by Duncan Wedderburn, played by marvelously by Mark Ruffalo, who ends up realizing that he has bit off a bit more than he could chew in trying to sort of keep her trapped. Each man in this film, in some way or another, want to use Bella for whatever purpose that they have. Except for one. I would say that Max is probably the most open to accepting Bella for whomever she is and whatever she returns to him as. He's willing to be like, I'll take whatever warts you have. You've decided this is the woman you're going to become. I'm a part of that. Everybody else had some sort of like, you are this. This is what I saw you as. You should only be as this, and there's no other box that you can get out. And I would say that this movie is, this whole sort of purpose of this film is to sort of show Bella going on this journey from inception, creation, to the final stage, and showing her taking back a lot of the power that has been stripped from her. And in doing so, in some very comedic, dark comedy, crazy, sexual. Like, this movie is super sexual. I think if anybody is going to this movie and turned off by sex scenes and nudity, probably isn't the movie for you. But a lot of that is important because men typically sexualize women, and this movie puts that power into Bella's character, her hands, and sort of she takes her sexuality back and does things that would be frowned upon by men. But in this, she's doing it on her own accord, and it sort of gives her another character trait to say, "Hey, I'm taking this back, and you can't clown me or dissuade me or talk bad about me about what I choose to do with my own sexual proclivity." It's a genius. It's a really well done. It's a gorgeous movie. It's a bit long. I will say that some things that they're trying to do, the joke or the piece or the punch line of it, is learned earlier in a different scene that we don't necessarily need to repeat it. But all in all, I don't care. I've had fun with this movie. The sense of humor that it has is something that I have. It's dark and twisted, and I think that Emma putting on a performance. I think both Emma and Mark Ruffalo performances are bar none great. Mark Ruffalo's just, it's crazy. They're kind of like on an axis. and as Emma Bella gains more of her own self worth and onus of her own power, Wedderburn sort of descends into madness, and it's crazy to see them both meet at one spot and then sort of go on this character journey of opposite ends, and they both do it masterfully, really well done. Um, Probably one of my favorite films of the year. Again, when everything is all said and done, and I kind of consume these last few films, I'll see where my list is, and I'll probably do like a top 5 video. I won't do all 10, but I'll probably put a letterbox version of it out. But for this film, on my Play It Again, Sam, I didn't mind that. Once is enough, or give me a time stone so I never had to think about this film again. This is a Play It Again, Sam. I will say this about this film. This is a Play It Again, Sam for me. I don't know if this movie is for everybody. I can tell you that there's going to be a lot of men who are turned off by this movie. So, there's a lot of sex in this film. So if those type of things probably turn you off, this might not be the film for you. But I think if you have an open mind, a good sense of humor, and you just one, want to see two great performances, but two, want to see a story about a woman sort of taking her own identity, this is the movie for you. Have you seen Poor Things? And what did you guys think? Or leave your thoughts and comments in the comments below. If you haven't already, you can follow us on Twitter at HollywoodADI. You can hit us up on email at HollywoodAlreadyDidIt@gmail.com. We also have a podcast by the same name. That's on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that plays podcasts. We're there. And like always, I got my ticket. You got yours.